man, have you been on Boston Bruins Twitter today? It's getting kind of ugly.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, a lot of passion on Twitter.
People are getting really rough defending Don Sweeney.
You know Boston fans. Hell, we'll stab a guy for insulting our management.
Yeah, but you should see some of the stuff they're saying about Sweeney, too.
I mean, hey, that's just Boston fans. They'll stab a guy for defending our management.
I mean, the Olmark comments are getting a little rough.
Intensity is what makes it fun. Hell, I've seen a man stabbed for defending Tuukka Rask before.
And then all the talk about the drafting and the prospects.
Oh yeah, you can't talk about prospects in Boston. No.
Yeah, but they're just kids.
Hey, you want to see some stabbings? Go to a Providence Bruins game. I'm telling you that right now.
Your fans sure do seem to stab a lot of people.
Yeah, we love our sports. Yeah. Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team. That is not a dub. Real close though. Ty Anderson on Twitter, great follow, put out this fun little stat that the Bruins are 47 seconds away from having a 9-game winning streak. Yeah. A few things about this game. A, you can't be all that upset. It was a great game. 2, Olmark played great, and I don't think you can really put this on him. That's just my personal take. I see a lot of alternate takes getting swung around. I don't really like those alternate takes, but each person has their opinions, and they're valid unless they're not. And I'm deciding no, they're not. I liked Olmark's game for the most part. Really can't put that last one on him, I didn't think. And then 3, I don't have a third thing. I don't really have a third thing. The Kings are fun to watch, though. That was a fun hockey game. And that was a loss against a legitimately disappointing loss against a legitimately good team. Not a great team. I've said that before. I don't think the Kings are a great team. But that was a hard-fought battle. That, by definition, you would say, dude, that is exactly what you pointed at for weeks about blowing leads. And yes, you're right. That's a blown lead. Hold on to the 1-goal lead. Hey, maybe for 25.2 more seconds, maybe do that. But I really feel like this was a game both teams deserve to win. Neither team deserved to win. It was a really tightly fought, contested battle that no matter who actually won the game, I was going to go, you know what, I'll sleep well tonight. I don't really care. Didn't love the way it happened, but I'm going to kind of take the point and go, okay, first game back from a long road trip. Usually that first homestand game is tough titties. It was okay. I'm going to say okay. The Kings were 7-3-0 in their last 10 going into this game. They responded to the shellacking we put on them by losing a tightly contested game to Dallas, winning a tightly contested game against Columbus, and then winning a very tightly contested game against Buffalo. The score was 3-0. It was a 1-0 game until a couple empty netters. They're coming into this game. They're on a back-to-back. Maybe should have given you more reason to win this game. They're playing this hard-nosed hockey where 1 goal means nothing to them, right? They're not scoring a lot of goals, but defensively they're in these games, and if it's separated by 1 goal, they feel like they can win it. They feel like they can stifle you long enough, get a chance, tie the game, win the game, whatever it is. That's what they did tonight, albeit they cut it kind of close, but that's fine. Peterson is going to take the net against us rather than Quick this time. He had a 9-1-4 coming into this game over the past 8 road games, I think they said. Not having a great season overall, but he's improving this past couple of weeks, which is nice for them because they were really high on him and then all of a sudden not so much. But it's not like the team around him was playing all that great, so what can you really do? We just played them. Not much else to talk about with the Kings. We just played them. I expected a much better effort from them tonight, and we got it. Olmark gets the start for us. I know that we're all on the Swayman train. Olmark is still a viable goalie. He hasn't been as consistent as Swayman right now, so we kind of have our eye on that. I really did think he had a really good effort this game, and it's a real bummer he didn't walk out of there with the 1 goal allowed. It is what it is. Lines remain the same, except Grizz, with an upper body injury, was a game-time decision. He was held out. Jack Ashan would take the second line or second pairing role next to Carlo. So I was pretty okay with that. Sean played well. I mean, there's nothing. I didn't really see him a lot, which is a compliment. Howla is on a 6-game point streak. Pasta is on an 8-game point streak. I believe both of those ended tonight. So I don't know why I brought that up. Vok is back to skating in a non-contact jersey. Hey, I'll take it right now. And then real quick before we get into the game, like, comment, subscribe, nailed it. Remember to ask your questions about the trade deadline stuff. Anything that you want to ask, I'm going to get into. Just put them below, or you could message me directly in Discord, or shoot, just put it in general in Discord. I don't give a crap. And the answer to the YouTube stuff for my hobby, I guess, of now playing games and trying to put them on Twitch whenever I find time, which you'll find the time is not really there very often. The answer to that was a resounding start a different channel for it, which I really appreciate you guys just being honestly like, man, I come here for hockey. If you want to make another channel, and if I decide to watch you play video games, I'll go over there. Good answers. Good answers altogether. I kind of figured that was the response I was going to get. I'm glad people were honest about it and said that. I also appreciate those people who are like, you know, I'd really prefer that you actually make a different channel, but hey, man, you do you. And I appreciate that as well. But I did make a different channel for it. I haven't put any work into it yet. I just uploaded some extremely long Twitch videos that aren't even cut up or anything. They're just full fucking videos. That's all I can do right now with my schedule. But it's fine. It's fine. Puck drops. Puck drops! 8 minutes in. And the shots are 7-1 us. We have had a Foligno play that led to a massive chance for Smith. We have had a Coyle and Frederick 2-on-1 where Coyle forced the pass, so we didn't actually get anything out of it. And then we have had a Frederick dynamite defensive sequence 2 different times at this point, 8 minutes in. Bottom 6 was chugging along. And you know you got to point out, Foligno has been the most noticeable fourth liner these past couple games over Nosek and over Lazar. Lazar being second place, Nosek probably being third, which hurts me to say because I'm really high on Nosek. Really, really nice start and probably a really nice game in general for the bottom 6. I know we're excited. I think we should be. I think we really should be. But we're going to be moving through this game really quickly because there's actually not that many notes. It was such consistent play back and forth, not massive chances too often, and just good, solid, fundamental hockey. 9:19 left in the period. Marchand goes for a puck on the wall, sees that Anderson's coming down that wall to lay a big hit, turns his back to him, and just continues his momentum to allow him to kind of offset the hit. Unfortunately, this gets Anderson right in the gut and takes him out. He collapses, struggles to get up, eventually does. Thank God the refs didn't overreact to this and call something that just didn't exist there. Because as much as I feel for Anderson, and I hope he's doing okay, and I'm sure it's nothing serious, I'd be surprised if it was, I don't really see how you could have called anything on Marchand here for just turning his back and kind of letting himself go into the hit so as not to get completely destroyed. And then 6 minutes left. This fucking line, baby! I was out on the line too soon. I said it last video. I was out on the line way too soon. It is a prime chance for the Kings on a 3-on-2 moments before the actual good play. Goes off the crossbar. Everyone, oh, it's fine. It's fine. The next chance for the Bees is going to happen 20, 30 seconds later. Transition. It's a beautiful play by Smith, who the puck gets to that right wall in the offensive zone, and he just barrels through the defender to take the puck away. Snags it off the stick, goes right in on the net, fires it. This is actually a trickier save than you would think. I'm going to give Peterson a lot of credit here, because to me it looked like Smith was going to go far side. He really had his body leaning that way. It looked like he was going to flick this far side. And Peterson, you could see, moved a little bit with it. And then in the split second, just an absolute lightning bolt speed, Smith smashes this low glove side, so low short side. Bounces right back over. Smith can't get the puck. It bounces right over the stick. Coyle is right behind him. Collects. All this time's going. It's only a few seconds, right? But Freddie sees this play and just slides himself into the slot and waits. Because he knows that, hey, if we get that puck, no one even sees I'm here. and we do get that puck. Bounces back out to Coyle. He settles, heads up play, and I'm going to give Coyle some shit here. He had a great game. He passed way too much. He should have shot way more this game, but this was a great pass, tape to tape. Frederick, all day to shoot, beats Peterson. We got a 1-0 ball game. 6 minutes left in the period. That's genuinely kind of late in the period. I'm going to take that all day. And Freddie gets another one. Smith is a big part of it. Coyle's a big part of it. That sequence line, and I'm going to give proper credit this time. I've seen sequence and I've seen sequential. James, buddy, you were the first one to say it to me. You're the first one. I know Mr. Anti-Socialite or however that said in your name, Twitter. I know you've also said it. The first person I saw say it was James, and it was just what a great, great, great name for it. I really like it. Got to give credit where credit is due. So that's the person that I first saw it from. This line is crushing it right now, though. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about them. They're really confusing me from an analytics side, but we'll get there. A minute and 10 seconds later. Been a little while since this has happened, so I'm going to give them a break. It does happen sometimes, right? It's not like you can avoid it happening for an entire season. But I really don't want us to go back to doing this, so let's hope this is just a one-off. It's Pasta wrapping around, the puck is cleared into our zone, Pasta's wrapping around the back of the net. Gets stripped of the puck. Okay, not great, but it happens. Puck then gets cycled back around and then shot across the slot. Pasta goes to get it. He intercepts the pass, sort of, but he can't handle it. And it bounces off his stick a little bit. And as he's going to collect, I don't even remember who did this. Lizotte smacks this between Olmark's legs. It's 1-1. Minute and 10 after we scored. Pasta with two horrible plays. The first one getting stripped behind your own net. You can't let that happen. And then you got to offer chase or something. It was too easy. And then having it on your stick for a split second. And I know that's too much to ask. Sometimes it gets away from you by a couple inches. And just getting smacked off your stick into the goal. Pasta with some brutal defensive moments. Here's the kicker. This play, the reason Pasta's in charge of all this defensive work is because Clifton went for a horrendous pinch. Flies deep into the offensive zone prior to all this happening and doesn't even come close to getting the puck. So he's way behind the play. Brutal. 1-1. That is how the period will end. The Kings take over after that goal for a few minutes, really lay it on, kind of even up the shots in the period because we were crushing them for a little while in that sense. Last minute and a half, I thought the Bruins woke up. There was a little more push. Really good period. Going into the second tie game, I'm comfortable with it. This is a super winnable. Super winnable. 3 minutes in, Olmark makes a monster save, cross crease, slap pass to Kempe, and Kempe has a wide open net. Olmark, with a whipping his head around, pushes off, gets it with the glove. Perfect height, snags it. Keeps the game tied. This is why I thought Olmark was really good. Because he allows the one through his legs. I don't like that goal. I do think that he could have had that, even with how sudden it was. That's a huge save, and it wouldn't be his last huge save. In the second goal, you really can't blame him. And the third was basically a breakaway. But again, we'll get there. 6 minutes in, Jakey must be feeling some kind of confident. He's coming down the right side. He's got the puck on his backhand, and he goes right at Peterson. I mean right at Peterson. Collides with him, takes him full out. We're going to get the penalty. And it was an easy save. He flicked it at Peterson's pad, and he just kicked it out. So if you score there, you don't get called for anything, right? Because the puck goes in the net. I don't know if I've ever seen this, but maybe they call it after the goal. I don't know. But you scored. It's the end of the play. It doesn't matter. If you don't score and you put your full body weight through the goalie, you're going to get called. So we're going to go to the penalty kill. The penalty kill is the most amazing part about this game. It was the best. We had, in the first full minute and 10 seconds, Marchand and Bergeron just took the puck down and created chances for themselves. 3 chances for themselves, twice on net. This was a minute and 10 seconds. Think about how long that is in a hockey game. Think about how much puck movement happens in a minute and 10 seconds, and it's basically 2v5. There are little moments where the D pinches in and helps out with a pass, but it's basically 2v5. Most of the credit goes to Marchand, but this was hilarious and so fun to watch. I wish I could find a clip of just that portion of time and put it up, because just incredible. We are so lucky to watch these two do what they do. It's incredible. Goes without saying, we kill that penalty, and we outshot them on the penalty kill 2-1. 9-11 left. Riley is going to go for boarding. Kind of a controversial call, I thought. I'm not sure how Riley super could have avoided doing this, but I also see why it was called. I'm not going to give the rest a bunch of shit about this. This is pretty legitimate with the speed of the game on this one. After that, though, after that penalty is called, so including the penalty kill, which we do kill it, we have 8 minutes. 8 minutes of uninterrupted hockey, and it was beautiful. Not a lot of space. Not a lot of space, but it was beautiful. Back and forth. The Kings playing a solid, structured game. Physical, the tenacity. Everyone's chasing pucks. No one's giving up on plays. There's a little scoring chance here, a little scoring chance there. But this this ending section of the second period was brilliant. Your next whistle is with 1:09 left in the period, and it's huge for us. We win the faceoff in the offensive zone. Puck gets moved down around the back of the net. Freddie dives into it, takes a body to allow the puck to keep moving. So Freddie was part of this. Puck to keep moving to Coyle, who's in the left corner. He is going to play keep away for 7 or 8 seconds from Kopitar, and it is fun. He's dancing around him. Looks like Kopitar might get the puck away from him for a second, which creates a distraction for the defenseman covering Smith. Smith notices this. Defenseman on Smith moves ever so slightly towards the play on the boards. Coyle sees it, retrieves the puck. Smith is wide open in the slot. Boom, boom. Shot glove side. Boom. Done. Gonzo. It's over. 2-1. Right there, I thought that was the game-winning goal, and I was 26 seconds away from that being true. 26. Damn. So close. That's how the period's going to end. We go into the third, exactly 3 minutes in. Grunstrom is going to go for delay of game over the glass. We do not score on that power play. We do have an open net with Hall, but it's a bouncing puck. He can never get his actual stick on it. 2 minutes left in the period. Yeah, we're going all the way through because it's just back and forth play. I don't have anything I can truly highlight in this period. 2 minutes left. They pull their goalie. 2 minutes and 5 seconds, I think. They pull their goalie. And this team has some sort of mental block. 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes to get one in an empty net. They can't do it. Not only can they not do it, they can't get out of their zone. It is an unbelievable sequence. Now, we were getting crushed in the faceoff circle this whole game. We really were. But it's not like the refs were kicking people out left and right and making it weird. It was just a normal kind of setup. Just couldn't win a faceoff. With 30 seconds left, we lose the faceoff. And it's just such a lucky bounce. Puck gets moved around, ends up at the right point. It is a blast, but it turns into a knuckle puck. It's wobbling in the air. Gets a piece of McAvoy, bounces off of him, and just perfectly settles directly in front of Moore, who has an open net. It's just a good bounce for him that settles in time. Omar didn't get there in time. He has an open net. Just chucks it in. 2-2. 25.2 seconds left, I think. We're going to go to overtime, obviously. And that sucks. That sucks. Like, guys, you have an open net for a minute and a half before this. Just take, I don't even care at this point. Take 200 footers. Fling the puck at the net. Take an icing every 10 seconds as you fling it down there. But would you please just make some sort of effort to put the puck in the net? How did we watch 2 players basically dance around 5? I'm saying the nutcracker level dancing. This was ballet around 5 players in a shorthanded situation. Knowing that if they got stripped from the puck, they'd have to catch up to a play, and it would likely be at least 4-on-2 the other way. That kind of confidence. Where does that go when it's 6-on-5 and there's less space on the ice? There's less space. It should be easier to clog lanes. The lucky bounce is a lucky bounce. You got to live with those. It happens. The inability to score on an empty net is mind-boggling. It doesn't make sense. Because shorthanded, we're one of the most dangerous teams in the league. That's not really all that true. But we are one of the most responsible penalty-killing teams that also creates chances for us when Bergeron and Marchand are on the ice. Why can't we do that when there's an empty net? We're going to go to overtime. Ullmark has an incredible save about 2 minutes in. But at the end of the day, the highlight of this is Coyle, who is in the offensive zone, goes for a no-look spinorama backhanded pass. That gets intercepted for a breakaway. Easily. And it's Anesthesia. Athanasiou? It's Athanasiou. I'm joking. I know how to say this name. Athanasiou takes it. He's fast as fuck, boy. He's so fast. Whips it down and just beats Ullmark cleanly. Mostly cleanly. It's a breakaway. Ullmark lets in the breakaway. Fine. I'm not even mad. Not even mad at Ullmark. First goal I don't like. Sure. Second goal, not even close to his fault. And he made massive saves throughout this game. He shouldn't even have gotten to the point of having to make him make that last save. Could we have used it? Separates great goalies from good goalies? Yeah. I've made that argument before. And yeah, I think you could say that. End of the day, this game is, you can't land the axe on his head for this game. I don't think you can for anybody. I think this was a really solid effort, that they got a good bounce at the end, and boom, bada bing, we take the L. We still get a point out of it. This is a game that will be inconsequential come end of the season. I'm not worried about it. I wanted to win. Toronto Maple Leafs won. Now I'm starting to stare at the standings because you guys keep fucking talking about it, even though I told you 20 times that I don't care if we catch the Leafs. But now you're making me care, guys. Stop. Game notes. Frederick. Great. Man, he got demoted last game, and he came out this game on fire. That third line is playing out of their mind. They have a very weird trend, though, that I don't like. They allow more attempts than they get on net. They allow by a pretty decent margin, more attempts on net. Shots on net, shots that actually get to the goalie, less so. It actually gets a lot tighter. They block a lot of shots. They clog the lanes. That's good. But at the end of the day, that line analytically should break even against their competition. For some reason, that's not happening. That's a playoff line, is what that's telling me. Which sounds bizarre, because I am an analytics believer in a lot of senses. But when you have a line that is so grindy and knows they're not going to get the flashy expected goals numbers and all that, but knows that they can pound away and make a difference, that's a playoff line in my book. That line stays together until they simply cannot be played together anymore. And I think it'll last the season. Bleed is sitting there going, you got to be fucking kidding me. I thought I had earned a role early in the season, and Frederick's back in. He's totally taking your spot. There's a couple of younger guys that were like, man, Steen just went, we had a good little run there. I guess I'll look at next year as long as everyone stays healthy, right? It is what it is. And I'm not going to begrudge it. And I hope Frederick keeps continuing to prove me wrong. Keeps continuing? What the? Continues to prove me wrong. Because I was really getting out on this kid. And it's looking like I was too early on that train because he has made a big difference. I think so, at least. And defensively, he's been great. Ashawn, not a lot of reasons to talk about his game, which is a good thing for a young guy like that who's undersized for the league, plays like a bulldog. I thought he was really good. I really do like what he did today. Ullmark, like I said, incredible. Highlight of the game is hearing Jack and Brick deal with the name Athanasiou the whole time. Really struggled with that. That player is a meme in my household. Back when he was on Detroit, me and my buddy used to just make up words that sort of sounded like his name and just use that and would refuse to actually say his name. It sounds childish, but it was really, really funny to us. So I'm a big fan of Anesthesia. I think he's a really good player. All right, guys, it does it for me. Like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. I've put links and stuff below, Discord, other YouTube channel, things like that. Go Bees!